Salato is a wildlife education center located here in Frankfort, Kentucky. It was established by the Department of Fish and Wildlife 25 years ago to educate the public about hunting, fishing, and outdoor conservation. Here at the center, we see about 55,000 people annually from Kentucky and across the United States.
Salato Wildlife Education Center is a small zoo setting that has Kentucky native animals only. It's a place where people can come and see these animals up close in a safe environment and learn more about their natural histories.
What people like about coming here is any questions that they need to know or inquiring, they're getting informed of, and so they leave here with more education concerning the animals.
We care for over 300 animals here at the center.
People can expect to see bear,
Bobcats,
eagle,
turtles,
frogs,
snakes,
elk,
deer,
bison,
turkeys.
Just a wide variety of Kentucky native animals.
The center is open from March through November to the public, but animal care is here 365 days a year taking care of the animals. We do training, enrichments, health checks, feeding, cleaning, and medication. These are just some of the things we do on a daily basis.
One of the very first things I do when I come to work each morning is drive around and check on all the animals and make sure everybody seems healthy, make sure all the fences are intact. It looks like everybody's standing up, grazing. Everybody looks good, all 4 of them are there. And all the fences look intact. Checking on the elk, everybody looks good. And we'll check on them throughout the day too, just to make sure nobody's limping.
We have several snakes at Salato. We have venomous and non-venomous. Our 3 main venomous snakes we have are the rattlesnake, the cottonmouth, and the copperhead. Typically about once a month we try to weigh our venomous snakes.
Working with this rattlesnake, we have to be prepared. We have to have the right equipment from our boots. We have hooks to properly handle it.
All right, you're good.
All right, help us. There's a lot of training involved with handling and dealing with the animals that we work with here. They're wild animals, so we have to take caution when we're here working.
What's our weight?
2022.
2022, I can remember that. So I have to put it in a smaller container first, get a weight on the snake, and then we'll move it to the larger container so that we have more room to clean it.
We change the mulch, clean the glass, add fresh water, and then we return it back to its exhibit.
We prepare diets specific to our animals' needs, so carnivores get a carnivore diet, and our herbivores and omnivores get either an herbivore diet or a mix. Let's go wake up a bear.
One of the main attractions we have here is our black bear. Everyone loves to see him. We've had him about 22 years. He weighs 670 pounds.
Good morning, bear. All of the behaviors we train for are for medical purposes, from body condition and health checks to more advanced procedures like vaccinations and blood draws. All of the training is done voluntarily by our animals so that we can keep track of their health without causing any unnecessary stress to them.
After we get him up and moving, we'll begin our training. Training usually consists of having him put his paw in a paw chute. We warm up his paw with a heating pad.
When it's cold, the heat really helps swell up those veins so they're a little easier to find.
We also part his hair with warm water to make it easier to see.
While he is allowing us to take blood samples and work with his paw, he gets special snacks that Brad will feed him through the fence. So he will get some of his favorite treats like lettuce and grapes, and he'll get those only for blood draw trainings.
After blood draw, we go into other trainings.
Mouth. We'll check his teeth. Good. Up. Check out his paws and his paw pads. Good boy. Sit.
We do a variety of different trainings, and it's all for health purposes.
Before we put our bear out, we always go in and clean up his enclosure, put out a little bit of food for him to find.
We use honey, berries, and other types of fruit.
We'll hide it around his enclosure so that it motivates him to forage and find that food on his own, gets him moving around, gets some exercise.
We've had our alligator snapping turtle now for a couple of years. We feed him meat, sometimes chicken liver, sometimes fish, but most of the time he gets some sort of red meat.
So the meat here is thawed out, and it seems like it's ready for the turtle. Sometimes he doesn't eat immediately, even though it's right on his head, but give him an hour and a half, and then hopefully he'll be hungry and ready to eat. He eats most of it. The alligator gar, they get some of it too, so what he don't get, they do.
The gar usually eat fish, but sometimes they'll eat the meat that we give to our turtle. They're opportunistic and they'll take a meal when they can get it.
We do a back flush on the tanks weekly, out with the old water and put fresh water in.
Keeps the water fresh, clean, and it keeps our animals healthy.
So it looks like our turtle's already ate. There's only one piece left.
We have two bobcats here. One is a male and one is a female.
Everybody loves the bobcats. Just like the bear, they're probably the #1 and #2 animals that people come here to see.
They are totally opposite. They have different personalities. One of them is very playful and is not very food motivated for training, and the other one is a little bit more standoffish, likes to do his own thing, but he is very eager to train every day. Good morning. This is our female bobcat. She's about 6 or 7 years old. She is being playful this morning. She's ready to get to work. And this is our male bobcat. He's about 9 years old. He's getting ready to get to work too. Scale. He's getting a weight on our female bobcat here. They're trained to get up on the scale. We weigh them twice a month to keep up with their health. They're both full grown now, so we like them to maintain their current weight. Tail. So we put tail on cue because it helps us keep track of, if they have any intestinal parasites, any redness or swelling. Very good. They are trained to sit so that they can stay still on a scale or inside of a crate. The bobcats are trained to stand up and put their paws on the chain link so that we're able to look at their paw pad conditions and look at their stomachs. All of this training really helps us be on top of their health without any stress to them. They love training. They get lots of reinforcement for doing things I ask them to do. Enrichments are activities that keeps them mentally and physically stimulated.
Sometimes it may be music, sometimes it could be bubbles, a bubble machine.
So today she's getting a box with a plain sheet inside. She seems to really be enjoying it. So what I'll do is just leave the exhibit door open. So if she wants to head out there while we're finishing up his training outside, she can do that. Mouth. Good boy. All done.
The Living Stream is an outdoor aquarium that holds multiple variety of fish. You can go in and see it as if you were looking underwater at the fish themselves and see their environment.
It's like an exhibit version of Elkhorn Creek or Guest Creek. It has native fish you'll find in those creeks.
We've got crappie,
Bluegill,
largemouth bass,
red ear,
catfish,
long nose, short nose, and spotted gar.
drums.
We just have a wide variety of fish species that you'll find in Kentucky.
What we're going to do now is feed the fish in the Living Stream. We usually start by taking a dip net and getting about 4 bucketfuls of minnows. We got them all over here now. Hopefully they're hungry.
Generally, when we take our minnows to the living stream, they eat like piranhas, but today they're not as active and they're not eating. With water temperatures as cold as they are, they're gonna eat slow.
Doesn't look like too many of them are hungry right now, but got plenty to eat. What isn't ate will survive, and they'll have them a few days from now.
Our bald eagle is another animal people love to see. People ask us often why he can't be released. He was injured from a power line. He's non-releasable because he cannot fly. We're going to try to weigh the eagle today. We typically weigh the animals twice a month just to keep a good look on their weight. When we weigh our eagle, he knows exactly what we want because he's done it so much. We generally just point and he goes and gets on the scale. $4,285 grams. Good bird. There's always a lot of things going on around here. Sometimes it's a big job, sometimes it's a little job, but we always stay busy.
I really enjoy working here, working with the animals, and it's something that I know that I'm going to enjoy when I come back to work tomorrow.
We have a really good work dynamic here. It's nice to have a team of people that you can count on. We never know what we're going to show up to from a day-to-day basis. The animals behave differently through the seasons. I love working here, and it's nice to know at the end of the day when we leave here, we know that we've provided the best care possible for these animals.